What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Good morning, 1st of August, first day of the week, and we have plenty to discuss. We're going to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Who else? We're going to talk about, that's about it, really. No, we're going to talk about some alternative Manchester United attacking targets, in addition to Cristiano, where he stays or whether he goes. A little bit about Alejandro Garnacho, a little bit about Ethan Laird, and a little bit about the Premier League season ahead. But KG... it's been a 24 hours for you, hasn't it? It's been a 24.
It's been an interesting 24 hours. And I'm telling you right now, I've had some interesting dialogue with a group of the fan base. And I don't care. I'm ready to die on this hill like today. If that's what it takes, I'm cool, because you don't need to call it an agenda or whatever you want to call it. Ronaldo left. Yeah. Ronaldo was on the pitch playing for us. And at some point of the game, he decides to go home. I don't know where anyone's getting their sources from, because all of a sudden, Ronaldo had permission from the club. The club have yet to deny or say that's true. They haven't said anything. The club has made no statement on this issue. Now, I got Ronaldo fans, because I'm not going to say, like, there's Man United fans, and then there's Ronaldo stands, yeah? And I want to know what's going on with them, because let's be honest, this is unacceptable, period. I don't care, and I was watching, I saw the players that everyone's saying went home. I was sitting next to them.
You were right next to them. To give them a bit of background, right next guys, to them. Yesterday, you had media access in the stadiums. You were sitting in the press area. Yes. And that's right next to this box of players, of people that left at halftime, it must be said. Now, also as well, KG, before you continue.
They didn't leave at halftime.
But yeah, before we continue, United, by all accounts, have said this morning to Sky that they've gone a bit Tom Jones, KG, because they said it's not unusual. They said it's not unusual for players to leave before the game ends, but they haven't confirmed whether there was any sort of dispensation granted, whether there was any permission granted, whether that was always the plan. Their point is it's not unusual, but when you neither confirm or deny, what do you get left with? Ambiguity. And we're stuck with this ambiguity now. Is that fair to say?
And isn't that unusual to not have a clear answer? That's unusual. So even if it's not unusual to like leave, right? This part here with the, well, we're not answering the question. And I understand why they're not answering the question, because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You don't want to sell this player. The player obviously looks like he's not happy. And again, it's not going to, this hurts your negotiations, right? I'm not going to give you the best deal if you got players walking out early. So I can't come down too heavy on it anyway. But as Ten Hag, if I say he had my permission to leave, I'm going to look like a mug in front of these guys I've been telling to do press-ups. Like, I want to control these lot and tell them, do this, do that. But yeah, he can leave whenever he wants. Like,
would you rather, okay, so I suppose that you're sort of saying 2 points here. That one, you want to know, was there permission given? Because that's one thing, isn't it? It's one thing to be given or not being given permission and to go. So let's say he was given permission. We don't know.
Yeah.
Then your next part, I guess you're saying, is even though he was given permission, it still should be the case of, well, you were part of the playing squad, the matchday squad that day. You should stay to the end because everyone else would do in the matchday squad. Correct? Is that what you're saying?
You live in Cheshire. Like, you live in Cheshire. You live in Manchester.
That's what I thought. To beat the traffic. What, 5 minutes?
When you avoid traffic, yeah, bro, you live there. I got, like, not even comparing it to myself, yeah. I got home at 1 o'clock yesterday, yeah. It's a long drive. It's a dirty drive, yeah. Irregardless that I get, like, they're living the good life. These are football players, whatever, so have you. Bro, you could have stayed. He could have waited. He could have seen a young player make his debut. I know for me, let's just put it into this stratosphere stand-up comedy. When you do a show and like the legends are on stage that night, yeah, and I'm performing, I want to impress the legend. I want him to see that I'm decent at comedy, right?
Yeah.
If the comedian just does his set and bounces, doesn't even watch, I'm like, raw, like, would have been good if he saw me. And like that, he's one of my heroes. You got a kid that makes his debut the other day. Ronaldo didn't see it. He missed it. He was gone. He was in the car. So you like might message him saying, raw, Ronaldo, did you see me come on first game? It was a big moment for me. No, I didn't see it. And that's the guy we should make our captain. Are you not taking the piss? Like,
yeah, I agree with you there. I think the narrative yesterday of, Well, he should have been the captain from the start. That is ludicrous. That is
Are you look?
ridiculous.
They're all taking the piss. I don't listen. I'm happy. Like if Man United fans want to call me negative or call me all sorts of names, go ahead. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't care.
And they
I
did.
honestly do not care because you're seeing someone else that's not showing the same care of the club. Why should I care more about the club than the player? A player's literally angling for a move. His agent's doing a madness. The guy, we're gonna leave the tour. We're going to leave the fact he didn't come on tour. Since he's been back, he still wants to move. I'm saying to you guys, I don't think that's right. As a Man United player at the start of our season, now look at what our new manager's waking up to. Waking up to more Ronaldo news. He can't avoid this if he tried. This is someone that's supposed to be supporting the new manager. Tell me how he's supporting the new manager. If you wanted to support the new manager, Ronaldo, just stay for the final whistle. Wait till a couple fans, all the stands that love you would go crazy. I'm saying, like, why couldn't he give in that part? That's all these fans deserve. Sign a couple shirts. You've been away for a minute. When you came on, they were singing your name.
Maybe he did sign shirts when he left early.
What's that? Come on.
Maybe he did sign the shirts when he left.
It's a mistake.
Come on to super chats, and then we'll come back. Lil Yo-Yo says, KG sauces equals a goosey soup. What is that, KG?
A goosey soup is so lovely. It's so lovely. I wish my sauces would be that good, but I can't make that sauce. Like,
what does it contain?
Yeah.
What does it contain?
Melon seeds, spinach. It's wicked. Like, I ain't had it in years. My mum used to make it. Like, but yeah, yeah. So that was my mum's special dish to me. If she ever wanted me to do something, that was it. Like, yeah. So no one's ever tried. I don't think no one can make it as good as her. So literally, I haven't had it in years, but it's absolutely insane. Like, that was my favorite. Yeah.
And to be fair, then, if you're saying that, they're saying KG sauces is that.
Well, I think I'm elite.
Yeah, delicious.
No, I want to know. Even Jamie Jackson from The Guardian, Man United correspondent, yeah? He's close. Like, when I tell you close to the club, he loves the club. Yeah? Yeah.
He's got his glasses. He's got his glasses on. He put them down. He went, let's have a look. He took his phone, went, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Man United, a correspondent, says, listen, don't know what you lot are. Like, it's not been confirmed. He's like, think about it. When are the club just going to let a player leave that wasn't playing? I mean, so the players that were, this is the killer. Here's the kicker, right? So at the beginning, remember, you got to be safe. You got to protect these players and get them in at the right time, get them gone at the right time. So kickoff starts, the players start to funnel their way in, security. It's a proper organization, proper done so nicely. Yeah, Rash is really clever. He waits for like a player to come through so he can just skulk in, and then he don't talk to no one. Yeah, right. All the players are sitting down. Bruno Fernandes doing Bruno things, signs everyone's autograph. Not playing, by the way, making time for the fans.
Even people that didn't want it. Even people that didn't want it, they just they've got the handshake over handshake.
Even when they don't want it, Bruno's still gonna be like, "Come on, I'm Bruno." So Bruno signs all the autographs. They're all sitting down just before halftime, just so there's not a rush, because literally there's fans. They're surrounded by fans. Before halftime, all of them get up and just escort them out. You got Sir Alex on the concourse, which I think is very incredible. I literally wanted to shout, Sir Alex, you made my childhood. Thank you so much. But I didn't. I did want to do that, but I refrained.
You're professional.
I refrained from it. I said, it was hard for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I said it. I definitely said it when I got through the door. I said, Sir Alex.
Was it more of a whisper? Did you sort of just go, I love you? And then he went, what? He went, nothing.
Yeah, it was very...
Oh, did he do the KG scream?
Oh, shut up. I hate it. But I was happy to see...
Mariah Carey settings.
As I said, I was happy to see Sir Alex, right? And then we move forward. We move into we have the little chill halftime bit. We come out and we sit down early. Now the players start funneling out again. And all of them are sitting down. Everything is good. Around the 75th minute, they get up and they all leave. Like 75th, 80, they all get up and leave. This is the subs. All the people that weren't dressed up, that weren't playing, that weren't included in the matchday squad. So people were telling me, well, Ronaldo was subbed at halftime. Of course he can go home. Why? Why should he go home? Where's he going? What's he got? Like, it's like the people that get up early on planes. And it's like, bro, where you going? Like,
We're all getting off.
we're all getting off. And I don't know where you're rushing to right now, because we're not even docked. Like the stairs, the connector bit is not even on the plane yet. Why are you getting up to get your luggage, bro? You're in a rush. You still got to get your bags, mate. Yeah, like where the hell are you? Like, it's that shit. No one can tell me that this is okay. I want Man United fans to have a long look at yourselves and ask yourselves some real serious questions. Are you being mugged off here? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you are, bruv. You're being royally mugged off by a player that we all love. We love for years, but he's taking the piss, and you just have to admit it to yourself about he can go home because he wants to have an ice bath. Like, we ain't got no ice baths at Carrington, bruv. Are you taking a piss?
Well, it's well documented. There are ice baths at Old Trafford. I mean, whilst Old Trafford is an old stadium, it still just have the modern amenities. And look, it was reported last season, wasn't it, that certain things that weren't there at the training ground or the stadium that Ronaldo wanted had been put in as well. So it's got everything there that Ronaldo wants. I think that narrative of he went home to recover
is a joke.
When you think about, like you said, he lives, I don't know how technically in terms of distance or time, but he's close. Clearly, he's close.
It's not like a commute on the Victoria line or the Central line, is it? It's
exactly.
not like...
Well, he didn't have a cab on the meter outside going, God, it's going to cost me so much. He's been waiting there ages. I've got to go. Tabas Lowell with the super chat says, KG, bro, you need to calm down. Let Eric Ten Hag handle this. Is Ten Hag handling this? Did Ten Hag handle this in the first place when it comes to permission? Because again, I think it's worth stressing here. You're not so much, angry or frustrated about the permission or not, or the lack of permission. You're saying even if he did have permission, it's about the message, right? I think that's the crux of really what you're saying, right?
And that's what I said before. I said this when he flew home. In that, like, when he's just, and everyone was like, well, Ronaldo can just fly home. It's fine. No, it's not. End of the day, we're a squad. We're a team. Yeah. And I'm trying to come down as authoritarian, but I look wishy-washy when I'm dealing with certain players. And yes, it is the GOAT. Yes, it's one of the greatest players of all time, but football as a team game, it does not work like that, because you actually need me for you to score goals. I have to pass to you. It's not like you just win. It's not an individual sport. We're not talking about tennis here. We're talking about a team game where all pieces are needed for you to do well. If I don't pass to you, you can't score, unfortunately. And that's the whole thing about this thing. You didn't go on the trip with the players, whatever, that's cool. Yeah. Right now, you've got some making up to do in terms of building a chemistry and a rapport with your teammates so they can understand you, understand them. A lot of people's first games, Martinez's first game, at least a little thing, a nod from the legend at at the end of the game. Oh, you did well today. Good debut. Wasn't there, mate. Just wasn't there. Wasn't there.
He was on the pitch with him, in fairness. He did play with him on the pitch.
At the end of the game, we're not gonna, at halftime, we're not gonna be like, how am I playing, Ronaldo? You think I'm doing good? Probably think I'm gonna talk to him at the end of the game.
Is he in the group chat? Is Ronaldo still in the group chat, do you think?
I don't know what Ronaldo's doing, but I think, and it's funny that people are like more angry at me for this take. And I'm like, well, it is what it is. If I feel this strongly about something, I'm not going to just say it because it makes everyone else feel comfortable because they don't want me to talk against the goal. I love Ronaldo. I've loved Ronaldo for years. Am I upset with Ronaldo? Yes, I am. Am I allowed to be upset with Ronaldo? Of course I am. As much as, I'm a paying fan as well. I got Ronaldo shirts. So I don't understand how this player that we've loved for years, even when he weren't wearing the shirt of Man United, you have to understand that. When he's not wearing the shirt of Man United, we still loved him from afar. And for him to be operating this way, he couldn't even wait. You're saying, I know you wanted to skip traffic, but you couldn't wait, Ronaldo. Yeah, the players have that thingy, but you, what's the reason?
Well, Shuvram says here with the super chat, English media has done an incredible job of getting fans to turn and hate Ronaldo. They now choose to believe fake propaganda even when they get facts. And Blaquez is the latest member of the UV's members club. You can do so and join, by the way, by clicking the link in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. Do you think there's this? And I always, when it comes to stuff like this, I always sort of, I don't want to say roll my eyes, but when people start talking about propaganda or like there's a smear campaign, I just think that's very sort of like, I just don't see that. If anything, I find it fascinating how the Ronaldo want to say narrative, but story saga has developed over the summer. In that, when it started, because again, trace this all the way back to when he first said he wanted to leave. When we traced that all the way back, it was almost fair play to him, wasn't it? It was like, well, fair enough. I mean, you said it at the end of last season, didn't you? He don't want to play in the Europa League, and even you, I think, at the time said, well, fair enough. You know, he's older. That's what he wants to do. He's got his standards. Fair enough. Then it turned into, have you got enough on the table? No, I'll ask around. He asked around. His agent asked around.
Everyone.
They all said no. And they all said, can't afford it, or we don't want you, different project, not the right time, etc., etc. So, and then that was kind of like United fans going, well, okay, you asked around, you said no. Now's the time to focus. Now's the time.
What happened to me?
You still have a contract. And at the time, again, remember doing shows like this where we were saying if he wants to go, let him go. But that was a while ago, and that was before he got rejected by certain clubs and certain managers. Now it's to the point of, it's over. It looks like you're going to stay, and you have to keep your head down. You have to do your best. Whilst you might not want to stay, and it's clear that you don't want to stay, that it's kind of it's a dumb point at this point. Look at KG. Look at KG.
Ronaldo.
he got greened. He got
so angry.
I tell you what, you know what it was, KG, is that you've always wanted to be this Marvel superhero character. And
not the Nollywood.
Yeah, it's the Nigerian Hulk finally came out.
The funny is like, not the whole screen turns green for the Nigerian one. Nah.
She-Hulk is coming out later this month, and it's released now. KG's doing a cameo, the Nigerian Hulk. He goes, I've also got a transfusion from Bruce. Look at me.
Oh man, I hate this app so much. I just want to go back to using the other one anyway, because it makes my Wi-Fi look bad, and my Wi-Fi is not bad. It's not bad at all.
I think that's debatable. Like I said, Virgin Media.
I'm telling you, anyway, people know I'm gonna do a show later today. The Wi-Fi is gonna look perfect. I blame that.
Is it? I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway,
a couple of was it last week, and it was going in and out. Then all I'm saying is maybe you're the problem. It's not.
There you go. There you go. That's the media and what do you call it? What do you call it? Smear campaign. Do you know?
Campaign.
You know why people are crackheads? Yeah. It's not like
you said that with such chest. That was a strong crack.
I don't honestly. If this makes you feel a certain way, it is what it is. Like I know there's times in my life here where I'm just gonna say how I feel. I'm not gonna hold it back. No, man like Oliver Kahn came out and said, yeah, we've been offered Ronaldo. He said it. There's so many quotes, him saying, we don't want him. He doesn't fit into our philosophy. What do you think Oliver Kahn just woke up one day and just decided to give those quotes? He's been offered him. Todd Bowley sat down with George Mendes. There's a lot of clubs around the world have sat down trying to decide if they want Ronaldo or not. He's been offered to these clubs. So for everyone to say smear campaign, don't you talking about Ronaldo 100% committed to this club? Tell me how. What? Because one day he tweets, what do you call it? When he finally decides to talk, finally decides to give the fans something. He says that, and then all the Ronaldo fans just there tickling balls, bruv, just waiting. Oh, come on, Ronaldo, tell me it's just a smear campaign. You lot sit down, bruv. And I don't know where these people come from. I don't know what is going on, but it's club first. Greater players have left this club. Yeah, we've had amazing players wear the shirt of Man United and respect it. At least, as a minimum, respect the damn shirt. When you wear the shirt, respect it. That's all we're asking for. I love this club. I'll drive.
Can you say tickling balls at 10
tickling balls, bruv. That's what they're doing, bro. That's what they're doing, bro. Because at the end of the day, yeah, all you ask for is a player to give 100% and be there, show up. My man's leaving before time. I don't care. Like, you're not with them other players. Them man went on tour. You went on tour. Be there. Sign a couple autographs at the end. You can do the Sue a few times. These fans love you around the world. You're talking to little kids. Who's your favorite player? Ronaldo. Can't Ronaldo be there? But he's got to beat traffic. And you lot think that's a excusable excuse? You think that's okay? It's not. Period. So come at me. Say what you want to say. I'm not apologizing. This is my take. I'm happy where I am. We can move on if you're happy.
what would it take in closing? What would it take for you to sort of apologize, or do you refuse?
I refuse. I refuse. I refuse.
Even if it came out, I was given permission, and I don't know, some reason.
We're starting the season next week. There's big issue. It's not unusual. We're starting the season next week. Literally next week. You got our new managers. Our new manager should just be focused about transfer signings and this, that, and the other. Again, if we had a window when we're not worried about Ronaldo, we could deal with some of the issues. But end of the day, this Ronaldo thing is an issue because we got to decide: do we need another striker? Yes, we do. Do we need? Actually, to talk on the issues of the game, we're light. We don't have enough. But the main person who we actually need, if he goes, it's just Martial. So when people say, I don't gain anything from Ronaldo leaving the club, but I understand where he's at. And I'm saying, look, we need to get in front of this because when the season starts, no one's going to say, Ten Hag's so unfortunate because if let's say Ten Hag has a bad season and Ronaldo leaves, right? No one's going to say, it's because he lost Ronaldo. They're going to say, well, he should have done better this season. There's no excuse for not winning. And I'm saying right now, Ronaldo's not putting our manager in the best position to be successful. Our manager wants to be authoritarian, wants to lead strongly. How can he do that if my man's doing what he wants? Simple as that. Everyone's got to get behind what they say. If they're saying they're backing the manager, at least Ronaldo can back the manager too. And I don't know why people are looking at me crazy because I say things like this. But it is what it is. I'm happy to be here.
Look, that's social media. We were speaking about this yesterday during the match view, that I think nowadays you have to be in one camp or the other. You can't be in the middle. You're not allowed to be shades of grey. And the issue is that life exists in shades of grey as well. It's kind of like you have to be Ronaldo in or Ronaldo out. You can't be in the middle. You can't be, well, I want him to stay, but I also want him to commit. Or I do want him to stay, but I don't really like what he's been doing when it comes to offering himself out. People won't have that. And I find that strange. We've got nearly 1,400 people watching, only 150 likes. What is it, Josh?
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
Wow. I mean, it was a delay from Josh. I thought I was going to get a real sort of, there you go. I thought it was going to be a real, gut.
And wait, hold on. Now the new one is, you love the Glazers. How?
Yeah,
that's the new one. That's the new one.
Yeah, I said that. I don't. Yeah, you're just a Glazer boy. He said, "See you later, boy." He wasn't good enough for them.
Now you're now I love the Glazers. How?
Because you're a Glazer boy. He said, "See you later, boy."
I don't. That's the best one, right? So it's like, hold on. You look in the defense line that wants to leave. I'm here. I'll be here when Ronaldo's gone. I'll still be here. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been here.
It's such a reach, isn't it? I mean, it's a Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards level reach.
I'm here.
You know what I mean?
Desperate to win. No one can tell me that I'm not desperate to win. No one can tell me I'm not desperate for. No one can tell me I'm not desperate for signings. No one can tell me that I don't want to see this club perform on the highest level. But all of a sudden, because we disagree on something, now I'm a Glazer guy. How does that make sense?
Because by that logic, if you're a Manchester United supporter, you support the Glazers. By that logic, you know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't know.
It's stupid. No, it's stupid. And I say, because, and I don't know where people just married things and they correlated things and said, this means this. No, it doesn't, bro. Life doesn't work like that. I can tell you that I want
shades
more.
Shades of grey. That's my point. There is shades of grey in all of it.
There you go. I want more. Is there lack in this team? Yes, there is. Should we talk about it? Of course we can. Is there a big issue with our star striker, the person that we've loved for years, wanting to leave? Yes, there is. We've got no strikers if he goes, and we need to go into the market. Do I want to see signings? You know me, I'll put the club into a big financial deficit if I could, because I just want to spend. You know what I want. When we done the thing,
with his abacus. Move that one over.
I'll move it over. I'll put this club into financial deficit if I could, just to bring in the players. I'll be on Barcelona settings, shameless. Lewandowski or Kunde. If I was in charge, we'll be getting to see HMRC. I'm not. Yeah, but that's how the levels that I would like to take it to. I know we can't do that. So now the Glazer thing, having the Glazer thing saying I'm supporting them, you lot are crackheads. Sorry. There you go.
Super chat from Andil says, Ronaldo was never in the group chat. Guys, when you sign players, you accept the player you get based on how they leave the previous. No surprise, love him, but it's a headache. To be fair, I think that last bit of the sentence is accurate. You love him, but it's a headache. And that's the situation with Cristiano Ronaldo at the moment. Like I said, there are shades of grey with this. I don't think you can be Ronaldo in and Ronaldo out, but I'm not sure it's completely binary like that. I think there's different aspects on the spectrum you can be. Sashiv says, KG becoming like Nigerian Hulknaldo. Honestly, if we can get, I might try and do it for the socials. I might clip that and get like, you know when the Hulk sort of is changing and that music plays like, dun, 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 dun.
And you got to get me saying, oh yeah, smash. Oh yeah, smash. Oh yeah.
Ronaldo, he turns to camera, his eyes go green. The hat rips in half.
Oh man.
Sophia's Gaming is the latest member of the United View Members Club. Welcome. And Maxwell Smart with the super chat says, KG spitting facts. Ronaldo wanted to leave after he won the Champions League to go to his dream club. So this is the second time he wants to leave the club he supposedly loves. Do me a favor.
My wife cheats on me, but she still loves me. What's wrong?
Let's move on and let's talk about attacking options because you mentioned KG. Strength in depth isn't there. So it's been reported by the Daily Mail, Mail Online Sports, that Manchester United are exploring forward alternatives, with Ajax demanding over £80 million for Antony, while Cristiano Ronaldo's future remains in the balance. One player, of course, that has been linked with Manchester United, and I've been working on my pronunciation of this, is Benjamin Sesko. Yeah. Who was watched by Premier League scouts again on Saturday, but he is valued at £55 million. The 19-year-old Slovenia international's agents how talk with Manchester United last week. You just said buy him.
Buy him.
Is that it? Buy him.
Listen, bro. Did you see Chong yesterday?
Oh, I did.
Did you see Chong?
I mean, I was doing the match for yesterday, and I got criticised because they said you're not talking enough about the game. There was nothing going on in the game.
I was watching Paper Planes. So
you said after the game. You said I wanted to, but then the planes were more entertaining. It's true.
Bro, no, the stadium was watching. There was a sound of there's when the plane looks like it's about to make it, the whole crowd gets up as if we're about to score a goal, mate. Yeah. By the way, there's a full football game happening, a nice friendly game happening, and we're watching the paper plane nicely glide all the way, and it lands right on the 18-yard box, and the goalkeeper steps on it. He gets booed. Really exciting moment, probably the most exciting moment of the second half, and there's players playing. There's a real match happening. This is how deep it was. So when I looked at that and said, oh my goodness, guys, the season starts. I turned to Flex and I said, Flex, mate, the season starts next week. It's starting now.
Yeah, I saw there was a story. I think it was on our Instagram, the United View TV on Insta. And at one point, I think you're looking at the pitch and Flex gives you a side eye that you're not paying attention to, but Josh just happens to have the camera on him at the time. And Flex gives you the proper, something happened. And I'm thinking, I don't know if it was Chong, I don't know. But to go back to the point, like you said, I said it this morning on Sky, that literally Sancho was ill, right? Sancho was ill, so he didn't play over the weekend. Just take Sancho out the side. We looked at so light. I mean, unbelievably light, and not to criticize Alanga, but he hasn't had the best preseason. Chong cannot be the backup for Manchester United this season. He just can't.
No.
Garnacho, I think, did okay, but what's he, 18? He's still, you can't put that kind of pressure on him.
Yeah.
And he's got 1 year left on his deal as well. Who knows what's going to happen with him in the future?
Oh, we got him.
We're light. We are really, really light. And it becomes very obvious why Ten Hag wanted an Antony. I know Sesko is more of a striker, more of a number 9, but we just need options, don't we? We need options up front.
Bro, we're so light at this club, yeah? We need 3 players. We need 3 players. It's bad because I think Alanga's all right. He's not he's got a Dan James kind of no frills about him, but
on Twitter, people will say that.
I think that's it's not a bad link for him. You know, and Dan James worked hard. Like, again, Lango works hard, he's quick, and he can score. When he's in front of goal, he can put the ball away. But I think you're going to need, especially because we're playing in such tight spaces, you're going to need a bit more trickery, a bit more invention. Hence why players like the Sancho, Anthony's of this world are sought after. They're the ones that you would like. After Martial, on the front three that we have, anything happens to that,
yeah,
it's devastation settings, and it's a long season, and
they can't play every game. I mean, even you're saying about stuff that could happen to them, injuries or illness, but they can't play every game everywhere anyway. You know, we're in the Europa League. It's Thursday, Sunday. Plus, after the World Cup, fixture congestion. So
we're in trouble.
We need more. We need more. Clearly,
we need signings. Like I'm desperate for signings. I don't understand how. Like I don't know where the signings are. I'm desperate for signings. I'm trying to. The funny thing is, I'm trying to do this thing where it's like I'm like backing the manager at all costs, right? Like, has the window gone the way I want it to go? Absolutely not. Yeah, if it like the petulant part of me would not have waited for De Jong. I would have just got Neves and a couple of other men then real quickly. I would have been like, oh, what's going on here? And I just would have signed whoever. Now, I know that that's me, my initial, like how I feel inside. But maybe the new guy doesn't want that. Like, I'm not happy with some of the things that our new manager wants to do, but I'm like, I'm not going to complain. I'm backing him to the hilt. If he's saying that he's comfortable, why I'm incredibly uncomfortable with this. And then after this understanding, so what we saying? Are we saying that he's not in control? Like, what are we saying? Because it was, where do we go now? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's saying that he's waiting for signings, then we're going to have to wait. If he's saying that he's happy with his forward line looking like this, then it is what it is. I'm not happy. And
to be honest, deep down, he's probably not. Let's be honest. He's probably that's why he wants Anthony. That's why we're being linked to attackers, because it's clear we're really light out there. I think though, the last two games we had over the weekend, so the Atleti game and the game yesterday, I think that's going to be a lot of our season. Games that are, it's like some of these players aren't good enough. Man, we're light. It's going to be painful. I don't think, and I think again, we have to remember what we were saying a couple of months ago when Ten Hag was first announced of this is going to take a real long time. We are a mess. We have been a mess for a while. It's going to take more than one transfer window. Granted, to your point, you would hope we will get more in this window because we need more in the immediate future. But this season, there are going to be games where it's not pretty. There are going to be games where it's really bad results. And we have to try our very best to not be super reactionary and just kind of, and the thing is, when you talk about this as well, people go, "What's your accepting mediocrity, Owen?" It's just being realistic where we are. Like, if I said to you today, KG, we're going to finish fourth in the Premier League, you would rip my hand off, right? You would absolutely
everything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because realistically, that's a big ask. That's a massive ask.
Well, we haven't. I think more players left on a free than we bought in, right? Hold on, we lost Pogba.
Oh, Pogba, Mata, Cavani, Lingard, even that's, on the free,
So more players are left on a free than is actually coming to this club. We got Malacia, we bought in Ericsson, and we bought in Martinez. Now, they're both good players. Again, Ericsson just wasn't sharp yesterday because he hasn't played a lot of football. Martinez looks like a good player, but it's light. It's not enough. Like, it's an issue, and then Chong can't lead the line. I'm sorry. I don't believe Ahmad is ready, even though he got his goal. Even though he got the goal yesterday, I don't think he's like the guy. Alanga's close to things. Someone that makes me excited is Garnacho. Is exciting. He is exciting. He's one of the players that you, as naturally as a fan, you're sitting down, and I saw a lot of these people doing it in the stadium. He got the ball, and expectation grew. And then people started standing up when he was on the ball because they're like, oh, he might do something here. He plays with confidence. He's playing with no fear. And you say to yourself, that was a good cameo for the start of the season because he's got a bit of trickery about him. He's got a bit, he feels like he could be a Man United player. It's very early at the moment, but you say to yourself, he's probably a lot more closer to the first team than anyone else. It's a shame that he didn't play pre-season. He came back early as well. You thought you'd see a lot of him on the thing, but unfortunately it just didn't happen.
Super chat from Eric Ten Hag says, KJ, please don't mention crack. You're affecting my nan's recovery. She's been 5 months off crack so far.
I saw that one and I didn't know if it was banter or not, but I apologize. And I was sure the best.
Wish you all the best, yeah. Olu says, pounded yam Hulk. There was another super chat here, but it's been deleted, so I don't know what that said. And Jonathan says, we need to haggle with Ajax and get that price down for Anthony ASAP, because without Sancho, that right wing is looking quite muddy. I agree. I think that was one of the biggest takeaways from the last weekend. And Shubham says, 130 million on Maguire and Wan-Bissaka down the drain. He wasn't even involved yesterday, KJ.
Oh my goodness, man. Wan-Bissaka, bro. It's mad. It's
over, isn't it? It's
been it's more than over. Like,
yeah,
it's just a sad end. It is a really sad
Wamby
end.
was driving Ronaldo home. That's what it was. He was outside.
But like, again, like, I love Wan-Bissaka, but I love Man United more. You have to understand that, like, it's move on. It's the club only, you know, like that's where my loyalties lie. My loyalties lie with the club. Period. So again, did I want it to work for Wan-Bissaka? 100%. Now Wan-Bissaka might have that end like Falcao had. You know, Falcao walked off the pitch here, and a couple they didn't even boo. Like, it was like, it's like he was never here. I couldn't believe it.
I told you, my dad's got the shirt. He's got a Falcao shirt. And on top of that, this is how rare this is, guys, right? Not only does he have the Falcao shirt, it's signed. He has a signed, number 9 Radamel Falcao shirt framed. It's on the wall in his house. And every time we talk about it, I go, why do you still have that? And he goes, that's rare. And I can't respond to that because I'll go, you know what it is? How many of them exist? How many exist?
I don't understand. You know, your dad doesn't understand his power. A signed Radamel Falcao shirt. He's elite with it. He's
number 9. And then when he went to Chelsea the following season, I'm like, you're not going to get rid of that. He went, no. I went, all right, fair enough. And it didn't work out for him because the curse was already on him. He was already touched by it.
You are an absolute disgrace. You're
Let's move on and talk about Alejandro Garnacho. You touched on him a second ago. Now, Ten Hag had some comments about his performance yesterday, saying, quote, he played pretty well. He is just a teenager, but his performance was really good. Fabrizio Romano added to this, saying that Manchester United are working on a new contract for Garnacho, which has already been approved by Ten Hag. As I mentioned, he's only got 1 year left. Do you think he could play more games than we possibly think this season? Given we were just how light we might be, there might be more games actually coming in.
Literally, I was watching it. I was watching him, and we just I just kept looking at Flex every now and then, and I was thinking, especially with what Chong was putting up as a performance, he just made him look like Messi, man. Like, it was mad how Chong was so bad, that it's almost, have we got a realistic view of how Garnacho played, or was just Chong so bad that it made Garnacho look elite? Like, I don't know, right? We have to see Garnacho with the big boys, but one thing, he's not phased by anything. He's gonna try and take a shot. He's gonna take players on. He's brave. He's exciting. He's an exciting talent to have in a team. It's like, oh, that's a bit of a breath of fresh air for Man United to have a player like that. Now, obviously, he's quite close with the international. He's quite close with his international side, right? He represents the international team, which is good.
He's got the battle of both, isn't he? Because Ronaldo's his idol, and he's the one that he trains with when Ronaldo's at training. He trains with him, and he's got him in the profile picture. But also when it's on international duty, he's training with Messi. So he's part of all of that.
He's living the dream. He's literally living the dream, innit? I hope we see him play a lot of games next, because the left-hand side is literally.
Well, I was going to say, do you think, I mean, he primarily plays on the left, right? And that seems to be Rashford's spot this season. And Alanga played from the left last season. But that's where he's been playing Garnacho primarily for the youth team. But given how short the right-hand side is, do you think there's a possibility they could just go, look, actually, you might be able to play some games for the right-hand side. Let's see how that works. Could he be a solution?
Oh, is the answer to the right-hand side?
You love that question. I saw you so many times on tour after every game going, have we found the solution to the right-hand side, Fleck?
No, I don't know. I don't know if he's the answer to the right-hand side. I don't think that right-hand side is really going to be answered. So we just hope Sancho stays fit. Like, oh my god, this is ridiculous that we're putting on Sancho like this.
Yeah, the hopes.
Shit, this is insane what we're doing.
Mm.
I can't believe the league starts next. We are not ready. Like,
yeah, we're gonna come to that in a bit. But like, because in the games that Alanga played in pre-season, at times he was playing on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he's been operating on the right-hand side, Alanga.
Yeah, but even at the time, I remember saying that but he plays on the left a lot. Like we've got wingers in the squad, but they all play on the left. Apart from, to be honest, even Sancho, right, plays on the left. And he's had to be moved out to the right-hand side. That's why I say with a Garnacho, why not? Even if we haven't got options, why not? I don't want Chong playing there.
And I don't even know what Hannibal is. I've only seen Hannibal fight.
He's a fighter, is what he is.
I don't know what he is. I was like, when he came on yesterday, I was like, let's see if we can work out what this player actually is. Let's have a good look, yeah? The game finished and I was like, still don't know, mate. Like, I'm still like, just don't know what like he's gonna offer to us. So Garnacho has to play. I think he's left-hand side with Rashford. Them two will fight out. Not even fight out. I think it's not like a real battle, is it? It's like he's there. But you never know. We'll see. We hope that he can challenge Rashford. It's just so light. On the other side, it's Jadon versus Alanga for that starting spot. Again, it's not really a battle. Like it's like go through, you know, like it's bad. Like we need to talk to the FA and say, about the league, like and the fixtures and that. Do you reckon we could just pull it back a bit?
What you're advocating for? Just not playing? Do we have to play this season? Can we?
Well, listen, it's not unusual. If I can go, just let me go home early, innit? I got sort a few things out, mate.
Well, now we know who was voting for changing the games to last for 60 minutes as opposed to 90. Ronaldo would be like, brilliant. I can make it home.
Let me not get acolytes angry again. So let me not like piss them off in it.
Let's stir that pot. Amir with a super chat says Owen's dad loves the club. He does. He does
love the club.
He just doesn't understand. He's like in any superhero origin movie when they get the powers and they're like, you don't understand what your powers. You don't understand what you're truly capable of. I've explained to him several times, you know. And I feel like he's still in his origin story. You know, I don't think he's got the real understanding of his powers at this point. And let's be honest, once he does, we're all in trouble.
We're in trouble because he doesn't need to recognize like the full state of his power, bruv.
No.
Literally, Sith Lord settings, unlimited power. Like he's
and he's walking through life with that power. And I'm like, Dad, you don't understand how dangerous you are. You know, you're going through life. Just don't say anything. Don't touch anything. Once he understands, he'll go into any shop or someone try and shake his hand. He'll go, I can't. Why? I don't want to hurt you.
That's on that Nico Robin for the anime fans. Literally, he's that powerful, and it's a character in One Piece. It's brilliant. I'm like, I hated One Piece at the beginning. It got to season 11, and I'm like, hey, I think we've got a show 11. Here. Wow. Season 11. I'm in Ennie's chamber or something. It's actually quite good. Like now it's starting to cook, but it took a good 10 seasons.
Can we also, and by the way, and I will get to the next super chat in a second, can we also say that when you were on tour and you were saying that you know rock bands, you mentioned Tina Turner?
Ain't she like one of the queens of rock though?
No, it's Tina Turner.
Wait,
KG video called me from Bangkok, and then I guess to tell me that he would know that he knows rock bands. He's in another country. He was sitting down eating with Flex and Josh, and was like, we need to do something about like rock band knowledge.
Yeah, we need rock band knowledge, and I've done that.
Then you played the game with Flex and I wasn't allowed to say anything, so I was muted, and I just had to watch you play this game in another country, struggling to name
No,
back.
but no, I did good.
You went Tina Turner, and I went, well, no, not Tina Turner, and you went, she's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was like, this game doesn't have any rules. What are we doing?
But then I got that one right. Not like you to say sorry. Was waiting on a different story. This time this is how.
you named Nickelback, and you were like,
I mean, that was good.
Yeah, rock on. Yeah, amazing.
That's proper rock and roll, bruv.
It's not.
Tina Turner counts.
Tina Turner does not count. She does not. Different time.
You remind me.
Tina Turner, she's not a rock band. Oh, imagine, what are you going to do? I'm going to go play a game of Rock Band on my Xbox. What are you going to put on? Tina Turner. No one's ever said that sentence. That doesn't exist.
Wait, hold on. I know another rock song as well. Damn it. It's just a bittersweet symphony. And he's just barging people, and he's just walking through the street.
There was the bit at the end where you just sort of turned it into...
I know them. I know Kings of Leon. I can name you 10 rock and roll groups right now.
Do it.
God. Ha! Yes. Wait, hold on. Go on.
There is a smear agenda against Tina Turner and rock and roll here, and I won't stand for it.
Hold on. Watch this. I'm going to do it. Oasis. Blur. Nickelback. Coldplay. No, not Coldplay. Shit. Are they Coldplay count?
I will give you it. I will give you it.
All right, cool. It's getting nuts now. Guns N' Roses. Slipknot. Do they count?
Yeah.
Shit. Hold on. Something Keys. A Black Keys a group. Doom. Ah, yes.
But that's different. That's a different band. That one. That song.
Black Sabbath. I'm just saying Black and Hope. Iron Maiden. Wheatus.
Why do you end on Wheatus?
Because I got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby.
I was not expected to end on Wheatus. I've saved the best for last. Wheatus.
It's a good song, though.
Anyway,
I'm going to do more work.
There'll be a video coming out about that in the future. Absolutely. We'll play Guess Who. That's a fun game. DJ Talks. DJ's in the chat says, big up to you two. I miss the bros with a bicep fleck emoji. There you go. Big up DJ. Eric Ten Hag's back. He says, you know, when you saw a youngster and he doesn't look like he moves like a proper decent footballer, that's Chong for me.
Jesus.
Wow.
Damn.
And Ivan says, did Anik Bao top 3 polished footballers in the squad?
I like him. He's a good guy. I heard that there was like 5 rock bands in what I named. They're not happy with what I did.
I think people will say about like Coldplay. I mean, people will say about Wheatus, you know. I mean, in terms of naming like iconic rock bands, you know, you've missed, you know, quite a lot.
Did I say Guns N' Roses?
You said Guns N' Roses, but you didn't say the likes of, you know, Metallica, Led Zeppelin. I mean, the list is Sex Pistols. I mean, that's more sort of punk, but you could.
I don't know none of their songs, you know.
Yeah. Also, as well, before we move on to the next topic, it was reported by Fabrizio Romano this morning that Alex Telles could leave Manchester United in the next weeks. Porto are not interested despite rumours, while Sevilla are among 2 to 3 clubs keeping tabs on him. Deal depends on Manchester United to cover part of the salary, to be discussed soon. I expected Telles to leave, to be honest, didn't you, KG? Considering we've now got 2 left backs in Shaw and Malacia, it felt like his days were numbered, right?
Yeah, I'm with you on this thing, yeah, but people are really not happy with you in the comment section. They're saying Metallica's not actually a rock band, so you're wrong. There you go, in your face. But let's go back to it. And
Metallica aren't rock.
They're saying it. They're really in there getting hard.
Chris, listen to Sandman, listen to Master of Puppets, wherever that one's called. It's ridiculous.
It's metal, they're saying. I don't know what the argument is, but they're
saying metal.
They're not happy with you.
That all falls under the genre of rock and roll.
Okay, cool. Let's get back into the Tellers thing, but I'm really happy that the community really upset with you. And these are proper hard ones because they make mosh pits and stuff. So you're in trouble, mate. But anyway, on Tellers, yeah, I'm really happy. Finally got to play in his actual position. He's been a centre back the whole of pre-season. And yeah, he just got to go, really. Yeah, it's nuts though, because you say to yourself, should we just keep him just to help us on the left-hand side to give rations? Because we actually have nothing.
He might be a winger, yeah.
Could use him as a winger for a bit. Like, it's bad, but I don't know, man. The Glazers need to put their, like, they do need to buy some players. This transfer window has been a disgrace. Usually we're supposed to back the new manager that comes in and give him like a lot of money in his first season. This has not been anything to like shout from the rafters about. This is bad. This is really bad.
And speaking of fullbacks as well, Ethan Laird played yesterday and actually played really well, I thought. Manchester United and Watford are prepared to complete the agreement for Ethan Laird on loan. This is according to Romano once again. Deal to be finalised this week. Ten Hag happy with his potential and attitude, but Laird needs to play. Watford are intentioned to proceed with the loan deal. Again, I thought he played well yesterday, KG, Ethan Laird.
Good move, but he just had he didn't have so Flex was looking at him like closely because was like, we can't have another Wamby situation where we like a player, but is he good enough going forward? And it's hard for him to create a real relationship with Chong. I thought it was kind of like good backwards, but quite a lot of, he's quick, he's fast, but then I didn't really see like a good final ball from him. There wasn't enough to say he should stay and he should be fighting for number 2. I think we need, again, you want to go into the market and give Dalot something real to think about. I think Dalot's sitting with a cigar in his mouth, looking at the challenges that he has now.
He's ascended to the throne, hasn't he? Look at him. Beginning of last season, there was discussions about him leaving. He was going to go to Dortmund on loan or wherever. Fast forward 12 months, look at him now. And I
didn't rate. I won't like revise history. I didn't rate him. I didn't think he was going to be good enough.
You were saying about assists as well. He got one in pre-season.
He got one. He got. But then I think
he was going to get another one, and then I think was it Bruno missed? He scored it. That would have been 2 in the same game.
Yeah, I think he needs. I think Dalot needs a real competition. You know, like how Shaw is going to be a revelation just because Malacia's here, right? He needs someone to push him all the way, like, and make him really nervous, thinking I might not play, I might not start next season. And Dalot right now is sitting really comfortably. So if we can really challenge him, that'll make me feel better. Again, you hope Man United have 4 weeks, and this comes back to that thing we're talking about, the porridge. And you know, obviously, a lot of people were told to eat porridge at the start of the transfer window, and you never know, they might come back and say, guys, when do we move on to a different type of food? Because this porridge, the sustenance that I'm getting from this is just not good enough, lads. I need some. We need some real pieces. I need some like a full English right now. I need like the mushrooms and the sausage.
Where are you going with this?
I'm talking about breakfast. I'm talking about breakfast.
I was thinking, okay, so the porridge, they're going to go need more sustenance. And I thought, okay. Then I was in my head, I'm going, oh yeah, slow release energy, carbs. Then you went to, I don't need porridge, I need a full English. Mushrooms.
Because that's in my full English. I had the mushrooms, I got the hash browns, and I have the
Why would that give you more energy? You're saying that you're thinking
listen, look at my body. Look at my body. I'm nowhere near linked to being a personal trainer, mate. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right? I saw you get back on the Peloton the other week.
I did, but I really want to like get it together. I was talking to Adam and Che, and I just felt like an amoeba.
Yeah. I mean, I started trying to do the other day. I started trying to do this like sort of intense like yoga stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I tried doing that, and that was hard.
Oh, me and you should do it with the community. It's a 30-day challenge with Cassandra. It's 10 to 15 minutes on YouTube. Let's start. Day 1's today. 1st of, what month we in? August?
August.
Let's start. with Cassandra, bro, it looks so funny as well. But
Well,
it'd be good to know.
I was doing you know, DDP, the wrestler who does the diamond cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got his own program called DDP Yoga, DDPY, and it's not really yoga. It's more like, you know, it's just like a standing cardio workout basically, and like it's all like tension and all this kind of stuff. And I tried that the other day for 20 minutes. It kicked my ass. I was sweating so much, it was outrageous.
Really?
And that's and that's just,
How many days to challenge?
I don't know if there's a challenge. I mean, you can get the app and all that kind of stuff.
Ah, no,
Maybe we'll do that.
We got to do the let's just do the Cassandra thing. Why'd you have to make it wrestling? I know you want to be on brand, but
it's proper. Because it's proper. I would say that's more intense.
It's not more than Cassandra. Listen, I'm telling you right now.
I don't care to lift my leg over my head or anything like that. I want what's proper, like fat burning.
Yoga's not to be messed with, you know. When you see these ladies sitting on these mats, they're serious, you know. They're not to be like, listen, and big up the Lionesses as well. They've been winning shit for years, bro. Don't mess around with it. Trust me, your core, it's not that great.
Lil Yo-Yo says DDP Yoga is no joke, KG. It is. No, honestly, the stories, you just do a YouTube search, right? There was a guy, he was literally had to be walking on crutches. He was like a paratrooper, right? And he come out of a plane, he could barely walk again. He did DDP Yoga for a year. He was running. It's proper. It's no joke.
I can run already, though.
Yeah, but it just sounds to me like you're scared.
All right, let's go.
This is why we can't have our own show. Amir says Metallica started as an important thrash metal band, but you can argue they delved into radio rock from the release of the Black Album. That really got into a really heated debate. I did see that in the chat about the rock genre. And Hanson with the contribution, he's got the KG emoji, the bomb emoji, and another emoji in there as well. He's obviously a member of the UV Members Club. You can do so by clicking the link in the video description or the pinned comment in the live chat. And Lil Yo-Yo says, mad to think our two right backs don't have top delivery ratings on Uber. Dalot might have a 3.9 out of 5. Wan-Bissaka doesn't even make 1.5 out of 5. Need some more quality. Wow. And finally, we're going to talk, obviously, the Premier League is back for United. It's 6 days away from our season kicking off against Brighton. How are you feeling?
I'm terrified. Actually, no, I'm to be honest, I'm a little bit excited. The thought of seeing Bruno, Sancho, hopefully is Sancho okay? It's not like super sick. What's wrong with him? What's he got?
I don't know. I don't think they said. My hope is that he would be playing. He needs to be playing. Let's be honest. He really does. I mean, what do you think? Okay, let's do this quickly. Who do you think is that starting 11 against Brighton? Name the starting 11 you think Ten Hag would pick.
Martial, Rashford on the left-hand side, Sancho if he's well.
From striker and going backwards.
Yeah, because I might as well.
Awkward way to win.
I know. I'm terrible. But I just got to start with the things I'm excited about, innit? So, yeah, Martial, Sancho, Rashford, Bruno. And it gets nuts now. I go Fred and Eriksen.
Yeah.
Fred and Eriksen. That'll be me. Martinez. I'll say what I want, but it's not going to happen. I would like Martinez, Varane again, but it's not going to happen. They're going to bring in the captain in Maguire. I think it's sure fit.
Well, I think he was ill as well, so it would appear that probably Malacia is going to get the nod.
If he's fit, Shaw starts. If not, it's Malacia, Dalot, David De Gea. But it's not. That's not ready for a full. That's not a team that's ready for a full season. Sorry to say it. Like that's just one. That's just not. We just have an 11 at the moment. We don't have numbers. Now you kind of feel like, raw, like a Lingard off the bench wouldn't even be bad. Like you start to say to yourself, "Oh," and it's like we're worse, which is insane. It's like
you're saying we shouldn't have got rid of Jesse.
No, get rid of Jesse. But I'm saying it's like we're worse now. I'm saying as in like I'm happy Jesse's gone, but I'm saying if you look at things off the bench, what do you have? Like,
but is that short-term pain for long-term gain? Again, is that going to be what this season is? Like, we're going to be short for a season, but we got rid of him.
Yeah, it's. But I hate that though. I hate that we're not giving this manager what he needs to compete at the highest level. Like, and that's what, even in my, it's sombering because I was hoping for top 4 and more when I saw this manager. But realistically, with what we've given him, we can only hope for we can hope for a good Europa League run.
That's gonna be our push for the Champions League, I think, this season. I think top four is a bonus. We will qualify for the Champions League by winning the Europa League. That is. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think that's our best chance, honestly.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, it's hard to even. It's bad. It's bad. There's De Jong and I know we shouldn't go there, so I don't even know how I brought this up. Does De Jong and Sesko change that though? If we brought those 2 players in, would we both feel more comfortable with the starting it with the season, with just going through the season? Would that make you say, you know what, that's enough, we'll be all right?
Well, getting De Jong and Sesko, does that make us top 4? It gives us a better chance. I don't know. Like I've said before, I think that I remember last season when people predicting Chelsea to win the league. We were meant to be competing for the league last season. Didn't happen. I think a lot of people backing some of these teams like your Spurses, maybe even like your Arsenals, they say, and they've had great transfer windows and great pre-seasons. Look, that counts for nothing at this point. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Because by the time the season finishes, there will be a team that nobody thought was going to do well that did well. And there'll be a couple of teams that were meant to do well that didn't. And make no mistake, this top 6 will not have the exact same 6 managers come the end of the season. At least one of them will go halfway through the season, or maybe 2 of them. Because that's what happens every single time.
Who do you think is going to get fired? Who do you think is going to get fired next season? We should have done a show like that.
I think it probably will at one point. But out of the top 6, what manager could go? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Conte. Not in the sense that he would get sacked, but if it's not going well, you know he's going to walk.
I don't know. It's hard. I can't tell you what top 6 manager is not going to make it, but because bloody hell, it's actually a tough one this season. I couldn't tell you who's the main candidate.
At least one will go, won't they? Because that's what happens. Tuchel, maybe.
Nah, I can't get that bad at Chelsea. Surely.
New owner. That's not really working out.
Oh, I can't wait for the season to start now.
There you go. There you go. That's the little tease we needed right there. Anyway, guys, look, we'll wrap it up there. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. We can, even though there's still over 1,000 people watching, KG, it's only like 360 likes. We were too distracted.
How many likes do we get?
368.
You are an absolute disgrace.
Disgrace.
Everyone has to like it on their way out. We can get to 500 on the way out. There's still over 1,000 people watching. Only half you need to smash a like.
But they might not have liked it because of all my thoughts on Ronaldo, and you know these like the acolytes. So
you're allowed to have any opinion you want, KG, and we like you for you. Don't ever change. Never.
I won't. Don't worry about that. It's possible.
Exactly. So be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Again, if you wish to join the UB Members Club, you can do so. Link is in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. We're out of here. And shout out to Flex, by the way, killing it on Sky Sports News today.
And you.
It was a cameo appearance. United viewer taking over the world. That's what it is. Anyway, we're out of here. Peace.